successful entrepreneurs tend to have all of the following characteristics, except sharp thinking, hesitant is the right choice. Small businesses account for dash of the U.S. gross domestic product each year. Excellent. More than half is a brilliant choice. Which type of business is the easiest to get funding for and has stockholders? You chose corporation, and it is correct. Thinking is the ability to see similarities and among various data and events. You're right. Convergent, divergent is the correct answer. Small businesses employ dash of private sector employees in the United States. Nice work. You chose more than half, and it is correct. Money provided by large investors to finance new products and new businesses. Correct response. Venture capital is the most accurate answer. Which of the following is a consumer right per the Consumer Bill of Rights? Well reasoned. Right to know is the correct choice. A designed change that increases the usefulness of a product or service. On track. Improvement is the correct answer. The amount of money needed to open a business is called dash financing. Good job. Your answer startup works well here. Money needed to pay for the current operating activities of a business. Good thinking. Short-term financing is the right answer. Which type of business may have royalty fees associated with ownership? Excellent choice. Franchise is the right answer. There is no hierarchical boundary in levels of management or decision. Great job. Control is the accurate answer. In the United States, about how many women own their own businesses? Valid point. 6 million is true. Entrepreneurs tend to be overly optimistic, personal into business. Perfect. Optimistic, personal is the correct choice. A privately, independently owned, managed, and operated for profit. Smart pick. Business plan is the correct choice. The population is the fastest growing sector in the United States. Clear logic. Your choice Hispanic is sound and 100% true. About how many new businesses are created in the US every year? You got it. Your choice 0.7 million is right. Listening to feedback from customers is important in any business. Nice selection. Customer focus is the correct and valid answer. Below are the examples of startup in the sharing economy, except. Well picked. Agoda is the correct answer. Essential in a factor in the beginning a life of a new business. Nicely done. Adaptation is a solid answer. How much does a Feek Daniels frozen curry sell for each packet? Exactly. ARM6 makes sense and it is right choice. How many followers are there on Instagram Mutiara Enterprise? Right choice. 100 is the best answer. A type of business that sells products directly to consumers. Retail business is the right answer. Below are the potential benefits of entrepreneurship, except. Strong choice. Freedom is the right answer. Personal characteristics of successful entrepreneurs include Smart move. Persistence is an accurate answer. What percentage of US small businesses are owned by women? Great thinking. More than 25% is the right choice. Dash is the amount of money needed to open a new business. Bravo! Startup financing is the answer. Short-term financing is obtained for a period of less than. Solid response. 1 year is a valid choice. Who has the highest sales in the Mutiara Enterprise Group? Right again. ADDI reinforced is a valid answer. One hallmark of successful entrepreneurs is the ability to. Well done. Fail intelligently is the right choice. A dash is an invention or creation that is brand new. Clear logic. Your choice innovation is sound and 100% true. What is the most important aspect of a business manager? Nicely done. Leadership is a solid answer. Having no sales plan are common mistakes to many owners. Well reasoned. True is the correct choice. The majority of small companies are concentrated in the. Well picked. Manufacturing service is the correct answer. An invention or creation that is brand new is a dash. Good thinking. Innovation is the right answer. The blueprint you should use to operate your business. Nice work. You chose business plan, and it is correct. Which type of business is subject to double taxation? Smart move. Corporation is an accurate answer. Dash is a new business that is started from scratch. Valid point. Startup is true. What is not a source of financing for entrepreneurs? Sharp thinking. Operations management is the right choice. Most business plans are developed for dash year. Perfect. 1 is the correct choice. Products or raw materials a business keeps on hand. You got it? Your choice inventory is right. New businesses are often discontinued because of. Good job. Your answer all of these works well here. Below are the costs of entrepreneurship, except. You chose none of above, and it is correct. Who sells shoes in the Mutiara Enterprise Group? Strong choice. Azim Firdos is the right answer. Who is the leader in Mutiara Enterprise Group? Well done. Azim Firdos is the right choice. Choose appropriate location for your business. Great job. Location is the accurate answer. A disadvantage of owning your own business is. Exactly. Long work hours make sense, and it is right choice. Actions that are legal, however, may not be. Excellent choice. Ethical is the right answer. Thinking is the ability to see differences. Right again. Convergent, divergent is a valid answer. What is the criteria for defining the SME? Bravo. Number of employees is the answer. How many Papaya crispy flavors are there? Great thinking. 6 is the right choice. The majority of small business owners are. Correct response. Over 40 years old is the most accurate answer. most startup companies can expect to need. Right choice. More is the best answer. A good example of an entrepreneur is a correct. Gift shop owner is the right answer.
What products does Shirul item sell? You're right. Fariha's veil is the correct answer. Dash is an example of a franchise.
Nice selection. A McDonald's is the correct and valid answer. Ethical behavior is doing what is on track, right, is the correct answer. An idea that has commercial value. Solid response. Opportunity is a valid choice. Every business begins with a excellent. Idea is a brilliant choice. Business ideas can come from smart pick. All of these is the correct choice. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format. You're right. Contact Narayan Changder is the correct answer.